Greetings, ambitious minds. Ever wondered why your hard-earned knowledge seems to vanish into thin air right before you really need it? It's time to revolutionize how you absorb information. Dive right in with us as we delve into the art of mastering the ability to learn, a skill that not only gets you in the game but also ensures you're a mainstay. Cast aside your outdated study tactics like the all-too-common habit of rereading notes, a method 80% of college students swear by, yet research convincingly debunks. The seminal work Make It Stick: The Science of Successful Learning by cognitive scientists Henry Roediger and Mark McDaniel highlights this and other learning illusions, paving the way for methods that actually help you retain information and achieve subject mastery. First up is the art of self-quizzing. Remember the dread of pop quizzes? Despite the anxiety they induced, they were actually a boon to our learning. A study in the Journal of Educational Psychology revealed that middle schoolers who prepped with multiple pop quizzes outperformed those who stuck to note revision. The reason? The struggle of recall. The strenuous act of dredging up information imprints it more deeply in our memory. You don't need an external exam to make this work. You can conduct self-quizzes, engaging with the material proactively, which reduces the startling rate at which we forget new information. Incorporate this technique into your routine. After engaging with content, take a moment to quiz yourself. Puzzling over what was just presented firms up your knowledge, preventing the usual 70% post-learning memory fade. Our second power player is interleaving. Counterintuitive as it may seem, focusing on a single skill before moving on to the next one is not the most effective way to learn. For example, when learning a new language, shuffle your practice sessions with varied but similar phrases to keep your brain agile and discerning. Like a batter who faces randomized pitches in practice, this method sharpens your adaptability and learning. Bring this into your world by cycling through similar tasks rather than drilling down on one. If graphic design is your target, diversify your practice among various design programs rather than attempting to perfect one before moving on to the next. This tactic doesn't pigeonhole your learning but broadens it, making each skill sharper by comparison and contrast. Thirdly, embrace spacing. Spreading out repetitions of a study matter across days rather than a marathon session leads to greater retention. Scientists attribute this to the spacing effect, where revisiting material at intervals strengthens memory. Instead of crunching for a final exam, imagine how much more you'd remember if you were tested consistently throughout the period of study. You can apply this by setting reminders for self-quizzes on key concepts you wish to retain. So, why do self-quizzing, interleaving, and spacing rise above the rest? It's simple: they're challenging. The ease of rereading gives us the illusion of mastery, while in reality, it's as fleeting as scribbles in the sand. Hard work, on the other hand, leaves a lasting impression. The struggle to recall, differentiate, and rebuild knowledge ensures it stays with you. If these insights from Make It Stick resonate with you, and you're eager to reshape your learning landscape, why not cement this knowledge with action? Take a moment after finishing this video to reflect. What key ideas stood out? How can you apply them to your life? As a channel dedicated to personal and professional growth, we invite you to join our community if you haven't already. Subscribe, like this video, and ring the notification bell to empower yourself with strategies that pave the way to mastery. Those who take these steps are the ones who set themselves apart in the pursuit of lifelong success. In wrapping up, your learning journey is not a sprint. It's a marathon with a strategy. These techniques, self-quizzing, interleaving, and spacing, are your training regimen to ensure you not only make it to the finish line but also cross it with knowledge that sticks. Remember, every bit of wisdom you retain today is the power you wield tomorrow. And if you found value in this message, consider offering a token of appreciation. Your support fuels this journey of shared growth and learning. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and stay ambitious. Greetings, ambitious viewers. Imagine you could double your learning efficiency without doubling your study hours. Intrigued? Stick around as we explore groundbreaking insights into boosting your brain's absorption powers. Let's dive right into practical wisdom that could transform your learning forever. First off, let's talk about tapping into our body's natural rhythms to supercharge our study sessions. Picture this. Natural cycles dictate our energy and focus levels throughout the day, much like a rhythm pulsing behind the scenes of our waking hours. By aligning with this rhythm, we can ride the waves of heightened alertness and dive into study sessions when our brains are primed for maximum retention. These cycles, lasting about 90 minutes, are our sweet spots for diving deep into new knowledge. The secret lies in timing your studies with these cycles. Awake at dawn? That's your cue that a fresh cycle is about to begin. Harness this early momentum for a study session kicking off within half an hour of rising. You'll be astounded by how much you can lock in before the world shakes off its slumber. After the intense focus of a 90-minute deep dive, it's time for a strategic pause. Just as we crave morning coffee, our brains crave a respite after a gripping chapter or complex problem set. Now, you might have noticed this element of clever cycling sounds like it demands meticulous timing, but it's simpler than that. It just requires a bit of initial observation to understand your personal ebbs and flows. Remember, it's not a one-size-fits-all affair. You're on a quest to decode your individual pattern. Once you master your sequence, you'll be setting yourself up for 2 or 3 productivity crescendos each day. But here's the kicker. What we do during our downtime is just as crucial as our focus sessions. And that brings us into the art of deliberate decompression. Think of these moments as your mental cool-down, the equivalent of stretching after an intense run. Our brains need these lulls for recovery to catch our breath, to reset. These breaks, spanning 10 to 30 minutes, are your golden hours to unwind in nature, experiment in the kitchen, or breeze through light chores. Remember, these moments aren't for sinking into the couch with your phone. Preserve these breaks as sacred intervals where you disconnect and give your mental muscles the rest they deserve. This practice enhances your capacity to implement multiple focus cycles a day, making the difference between good and exceptional productivity. Let's shift gears to our third strategy, meditation. Think of it as constructing fortresses around your focus. Surprising as it may sound, meditation could be the bedrock of a laser-sharp concentration. Studies suggest a mere 13 minutes a day of mindfulness meditation can dramatically improve your focus in just a few short months. Meditation might strike you as daunting, but it's like any skill, no mastery without practice. If a daily commitment feels heavy, consider treating it like a gym routine. 3 to 5 times a week is all it takes. This flexible approach can slot easily into your life, lifting pressure and allowing for those inevitable busy days. Now, before we press on, let's pause for a moment. If these insights are resonating with you, feel free to express your appreciation by hitting subscribe, liking the video, and ringing that bell. By doing so, you're not just showing support, you're engraving a contract of success with yourself, as you're more likely to reap the benefits we're exploring today. In pushing the boundaries of your cognitive capabilities, remember that the windfalls of learning aren't confined to the books before you. It's about applying that refined wisdom to life's vast canvas. As we cover these strategies, ask yourself, which ones will you commit to integrating into your daily regimen? The actions you'll take from today's insights can form the infrastructure of your future success. Realize that your time and focus are the most valuable commodities in the age where information can be both a treasure and a tornado. Protect them, cultivate them, and be astute about where and how you invest them. This is not just about studying smarter. It's about embracing a lifestyle that accommodates growth, balance, and the pursuit of excellence. And remember, if you've found value in these insights, and they've contributed to your success, a token of gratitude proportional to the value received can be left through the link in the description. Your generosity fuels this journey of shared wisdom and lifelong learning. So, as we conclude this venture into the techniques that sharpen the mind and prepare us for success in a world that waits for no one, it's not about looking at the mountain ahead but climbing it, one study cycle, one meditation session, one conscious break at a time. Together, let's become the strong, successful males, the divine masculine, living in monk mode with career wisdom that defies the turbulence of the modern world. Consider this: what will you do differently, starting now, to make every hour count? Thank you for joining in today's quest for practical wisdom in an ever-evolving learning landscape. Stay strong, stay curious, and as always, stay wise.